that when the time of hanging should come, he should have the advantage over him. Quote, "It'll be over with me in a minute, but you will be kicking in the air a half hour after I'm gone."
Benjamin Harrison.
Benjamin Harrison.
Benjamin Harrison.
Benjamin Harrison V was born on April the 5th, 1726, in Charles City County, Virginia. Benjamin was one of many Benjamin Harrisons from his family to pursue a career in politics. But this Benjamin was the only one to have the honor of signing the Declaration of Independence. Benjamin went on to study at the College of William and Mary in Williamsburg, Virginia. On July 12, 1745, Benjamin's father and sister were struck by lightning on the family estate, leaving young Benjamin as the manager of the family finances. Well, with this brand new responsibility, Benjamin left his schooling before his graduation, and he tended to his family's needs. Benjamin married the love of his life, Elizabeth Bassett, in 1748. The pair of them would go on to have 7 children, many of whom would go on to have political careers of their own, carrying on the family legacy. Elizabeth would stay right by Benjamin's side for the rest of his life, faithfully raising their 7 children while he began serving their country. Benjamin was very excited to follow in his father's footsteps and became involved with his local government. So in 1764, Benjamin was elected as a member of the legislature, finally kick-starting his very own political career in Virginia. His talents caught the attention of the royal government. However, they attempted to draw him into their ranks by offering him a very prestigious position that would grant him access to top royal officers. Keeping true to his country, Benjamin declined their offer and focused on the issues closer to home. Benjamin continued on for the next decade serving his country faithfully, with the revolution looming so very near. Though he was often quiet during the debates on the floor, Benjamin was very attentive to the issues that were going on, and he was faithful in his attendance. In fact, according to John Adams, Harrison's desire to participate in the Congress was so strong, he would have arrived on foot 200 miles if the situation had required him to do so. Benjamin would go on to sign the Declaration of Independence on July 4th, 1776, at the age of 50. An interesting anecdote is related to him on the occasion of the members affixing their signature to the Declaration of Independence. While signing the instrument, he noticed Mr. Gerry of Massachusetts standing beside him. Mr. Harrison of himself was quite corpulent, or should we say rotund? Mr. Gerry was slender and spare. As the former raised his hand, having inscribed his name on the roll, he turned to Mr. Gerry and facetiously observed that when the time of hanging should come, he should have the advantage over him. Quote, "It'll be over with me in a minute, but you will be kicking in the air a half hour after I'm gone." Oh my goodness. Benjamin would go on to serve his country for several more years in many, many positions, including as the governor of Virginia, which he was so very well liked at, he was reelected twice. He was also very instrumental in getting Virginia's Constitution implemented and demanded amendments to bring it to an acceptable point for their constituents. Benjamin would hold this office until 1784, at which point he finally retired from politics, except for a few instances when his presence was requested. Until then, he enjoyed the company of his family back home on the estate. Shortly after his 65th birthday, a severe case of gout struck him and took his life on April 24th, 1791. The following year, his wife Elizabeth died and was buried right alongside him. Charles Augustus Goodrich writes of Benjamin Harrison, "He was above the ordinary height and possessed a vigorous constitution, and in his manners he was remarkably dignified." I love these men. Not only do they have an incredible sense of duty, they also have an incredible sense of humor.